Hey, how's it going? And welcome back to Consuming Cinema, a show about making and pairing food and drinks from popular movies and TV shows. Today, to celebrate Halloween, we're making and pairing pancakes with Arrogant Bastard from Cabin Fever. If you haven't seen Cabin Fever, it's a 2002 horror film and debut feature of writer and director Eli Roth.
Awesome.
And follows a group of friends vacationing to a remote cabin in the woods who contract a deadly flesh-eating virus. But before they do, the boys bet about beer.
Yeah, I can only drink beer for the rest of the trip, okay?
While the brand of beer is never verbally specified, at several points we see the case of beer is that of Arrogant Bastard Ale, which this inglorious bastard confirmed in a 2020 tweet as one of the few brands who love the script, but what to pair with our arrogant
Pancakes! Pancakes!
No pancakes.
Alright, we'll make some pancakes, which will start in a big bowl, to which we'll add 1.5 cups of flour, as well as a tablespoon of baking powder, 1.5 tablespoons of sugar, as well as a teaspoon of salt. Now we'll mix up our wet ingredients, starting first with 4 tablespoons of melted room temperature butter, to which we'll add around 1.25 to 1.5 cups of buttermilk, and 1 egg. And last but not least, a teaspoon of vanilla. Then we'll mix those wet ingredients together and add them to our dry ingredients, then mix it all together, at which point you'll notice your batter is going to be a little chunky, at which point we're now going to add as much buttermilk as we need in order to get our batter to a runny yet still somewhat lumpy consistency. Now it's time to cook our pancakes, for which I'm using this griddle here. We'll spray our pan with a little Pam and turn it up to medium-high heat before we grab a ladle of pancake batter and pour it onto our pan or griddle. If need be, I'll also flatten it out a little bit with the back of a spoon, and then we'll do the same for our other pancakes as well. Then we'll know our pancakes are ready to flip when we see these bubbles start forming. Then very carefully we will flip each pancake and cook the other side, which generally will cook a lot faster. And once our pancakes are done, we will simply stack them on a plate and make sure we get some butter on them to melt while they're still hot, being sure to get some of that butter on every pancake. But before we finish our pancakes, let's talk about Arrogant Bastard, which is an ale of a classified style somewhat accidentally created by San Diego brewery Stone Brewing Company in 1997 before being spun off as its own brewery in 2015. Arrogant Bastard was a watershed beer for both Stone as a company and for the city of San Diego, putting its now bustling brewing scene on the map. Arrogant Bastard is best served in a pint glass like this one, so we'll pour our Arrogant Bastard into our pint glass, finally top our pancakes off with some maple syrup, and at long last, our pancakes with Arrogant Bastard are finally done. Now there's nothing left to do but to taste it, so I'll start with a bite of these pancakes, eating them awkwardly from the back to preserve the future thumbnail photo. And not to toot my own horn, but these are pretty spectacular pancakes. Buttery, rich, but also light, fluffy, and delicate. I personally love what the buttermilk brings to them, because to me, that's where you get that signature pancake flavor. I also love that they're not too sweet, and most of that sweetness comes from the maple syrup. But how do these pancakes pair with Arrogant Bastard? Well, admittedly, I am a little bit biased towards Arrogant Bastard, as it was literally one of the first beers I ever drank, and one that first got me into craft beer. And it truly is special and unique. It's super bitter and hoppy up front, but with a malty sweetness on the back end that coincidentally enough has a bit of a maple syrup-esque quality. That being said, Arrogant Bastard pairs quite perfectly with these pancakes and their sweet and slightly charred flavor profile. So it goes without saying that this pairing right here is most definitely worthy of 2 big thumbs up. If you like the channel, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Please leave any video suggestions in the comments below. Follow us on all forms of social media at Consuming Cinema. And don't forget to join us next time when we finally get to our pairing from Superbad. I wish you all a happy and safe Halloween, and as always, thank you for watching.